This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I hope you're having a great day. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. In this video, I'm going to go over the movable shapes or the bar chord shapes for sus4 chords. So in the last 3 videos, we've been working a lot on sus4 chords. We've learned all the different open position voicings that we use for those. We've learned what sus4 chords are, and now it's time to work on the movable shapes or the bar chord shapes. After I've gone over these, of course, we'll jam together on some songs, which will be great. This video accompanies Lesson 19 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to start on page 129. You'll see some diagrams on that sort of middle section over on the right side for these, as well as being up here on the board. Okay, so probably the easiest way to sort of associate these or learn these is to compare them to the major chords that we would otherwise play as bar chords. So, with the songs that we're going to be jamming on, we're going to be playing the A major chord and the D major chord. And so we'll go ahead and put that 6th string form, meaning our root is on the 6th string at that A that is there at the 5th fret of the 6th string. So if you need help with bar chords, there are videos that go over bar chords, lots of practice with bar chords that have happened previously in the lesson series. So I don't really want to go over them again here, but that's the first one we're going to be playing is this A major chord. So put our bar at that 5th fret, our root's on the 6th string, and then we just put down the E major chord shape for just a regular old major bar chord. And this is going to be an A major. Now you'll see, as we look at our suspension here, that if we just move what would otherwise be at just 1 fret up from the bar, if we go 2 frets up from the bar instead, we're going to get a suspension. So we've learned that sus4 chords, or sus chords, take the 3rd of the chord, and if that's a major 3rd, and you take it up by 1 fret, you're going to get a suspension chord or a sus4 chord. It puts the 4th of the major scale or the minor scale, but it puts the perfect 4th that is above the root in the chord instead of the 3rd, and that creates the sus sound or the sus4 sound. So with our bar chord shape that we would play for A major, if we just go ahead and rearrange that, we get A sus4 just by moving that 1 note up. Now, we have to reconfigure our whole hand to do this. So we have a bar. It's going to happen since we're playing A sus4 right now. It's at the 5th fret. And then we're going to use middle ring and pinky fingers 2 frets higher on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings. So I put my bar at the 5th fret there across all 6 strings, and then I add my middle ring and pinky fingers, and I strum all 6 strings, and I get a nice sus4 chord. To get used to grabbing this one, you just might go back and forth between the major chord voicing and then that sus4 chord voicing. So in this case, A major and then A sus4, since we are barring at the 5th fret and our root is on that low 6th string. So we got that one there. So that's how that one works. Then we're going to have one with a root off the 5th string. With this one, if we bar at the same place, we're going to be using the D chord when we're jamming together in the different chord progressions that we're going to be playing. So we'll just take a look at D. We also bar at the 5th fret with D. We can use our ring finger across what would normally be these 3 strings. We can use our ring finger, or we can play middle ring and pinky to get a nice D chord happening. If you want that top string to ring, then you use middle ring and pinky. If you want to mute the top string, then you can just bar it with your ring finger. So that's how we play the D. Now, to play this as a sus4 chord, we're going to bar, because we're doing D sus4 right now, cross that 5th fret, and then middle ring and pinky fingers. Middle and ring are going to be 2 frets higher than the bar. Pinky is going to be 3 frets higher on strings 4, 3, and 2. So if I put my bar down across the top 5 strings, let my index finger just lightly touch that 6th string so it's muted, and then I put middle ring and pinky fingers in the appropriate place, and I get a nice D sus4 chord there. You might practice going back and forth between D major and D sus4 to kind of get a little bit used to that. So it's as simple as that. might be a little challenging to finger, and you get more used to bar chords all the time as you work on them, but you don't want to work on them too much, and you might need a stretch. It's been a little while since we've done some bar chords, so I'll just remind us of that. Now, we're going to jam together on numbers 1 and 4. We've played these songs before when we learned these chords in first position. So that's kind of a nice thing, and you could actually go back through the last 3 videos and use bar chords to play any of the chord progressions that we played before if you'd like more practice than what we're going to have here in this video. But we're going to play numbers 1 and 4. So with number 1, we're going to use the A chord, and then you got A sus4, and then we're going to go up to D sus4, and then for E sus4 we slide up 2 frets to find that E that's on the 5th string. So that's where our chords are there. A, and then you got the A sus4, D sus4, and then up to E sus4, and you may just want to get a little bit comfortable with making those changes. The strumming pattern goes down, down, up, down, up. So to play number 1, we'll have A to A sus4 to the D sus4, and then up to E sus4. And then we'll just repeat that over and over and over again. So that's how that one worked. With number 4 on page 130, we've got D up to D sus4. So however you choose to finger it, if you bar, you could add your pinky on for the D sus4, or if you use middle ring and pinky, then you can just slide pinky over. But you're going to have those chords, and then you go back to the D, and then you've got the A sus4. With this one, the strumming pattern goes down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. So there's just 12/8 feels superimposed over the 4/4 time. So you'd have down, up, down, 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 down. That's how that one will work. So that's those 2. And then if you want to, like I mentioned, you could go through and play through any of the other ones that we've done, which we've done all of them that are here in this book with this lesson in the last 3 videos. So you could jam along with any of those that have been recorded there using bar chords in place of the open position chords. Each one of these is going to happen at 2 different tempos. First a slower tempo and a faster tempo. If you need to work that strumming hand without the barring hand or the fingering hand, then you can. And then if you just want to work the fingering hand, you can do that as well. Okay, let's play these. Okay, awesome. I hope you've been having fun with this. In the next video, we're going to take a look at sus2 chords. So that'll be great. Take care, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.